What's up guys, it's me Eric B and welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to briefly just talk about the Rizoma mirrors right quick. I did a video on them before doing the install and everything, and I had a lot of people hit me up in the comments like, hey, these mirrors are worthless, they look nice but you can't really see out of them or do anything with them or anything like that. So I wanted to go on a ride to show you what they look like. I don't know if the GoPro is going to do it any justice compared to actually looking at it in real life, but I just kind of wanted to explain from my point of view of what they look like while you're out on the road riding. So let's go ahead and jump on the bike real quick. Alright, so let's just talk about, real quick, the view and everything that you see here. So like I said, I don't know how well the GoPro is showing it, but people were saying that you can't really see anything. Yes, there is a smaller field of view compared to, because it's like slimmer compared to like the stock mirrors, right? And the other question was, how can you see because your arms are in the way? I do get it, because usually the stock mirrors come about right up here somewhere in this area, and you get more of like the side of your arm, shoulder, if you will. The other thing is these are a little bit shorter, so right now I don't know how well you can see it, but my forearms are directly in the middle of the view of the oh man, that guy passing that car kind of close. My forearms are like right in the view right here of the mirror, right? But the thing is, you can still see behind you. Literally, like, I can see in between my arm and my body right here, like there's a gap. I can see whatever car is behind me. Like, I don't know what everyone thinks they need to be seeing behind them, like I don't know, like, you need to see the entire world, but you get a glimpse of what you need to see, and that's it. And any other time, I'm looking behind me. Like, you should be like turning your head and looking more behind you anyway, not only relying on your mirrors. So yeah, like I said, I don't know how well it's coming across on the GoPro, if it's like wide enough, or whatever. But from my eyes that I'm looking at right now, if there was a vehicle behind me or anything, I could see them perfectly. And even if it wasn't, like, I move my arm, just the view from the mirror, you can still see perfectly, like, everything back there. I don't know why everyone complains about these mirrors so bad. And then other than the fact that you lose your turn signal, if that's something that you wanted to keep on there, I mean, but it's super easy to just get like aftermarket turn signals like I did with the Rizomas down there, underneath here. You can, there's a mount that you can get that goes right here and kind of comes out on the side. You can do that. There's, I don't know, you can get creative with it as far as the turn signals go. But I love these things, man. I think they look really good, because I never really been a fan of the stock mirrors, because they always look weird and look like antennas sticking up. The bar ends are okay, but I don't really like those either, because they're so far down and you really have to like look down, ergonomic wise, and then they're kind of just in the way of like your handlebar and stuff. I don't know. The Rizoma stealths are just awesome, man. I've had them on a couple of my bikes in the past. So I've had them on my RS660, I've had them on my MV Agusta F3, and now this bike. And they always make the front of the bike just look so much better. And now with these new styles, you can like swivel them in, and then I like it too, when I go to the track or something, I can just fold them down and everything. It says it's supposed to help and give you a little bit of downforce, like with the wind traveling over top of it. I don't know how true that is or how much downforce it's actually going to give you, because it's a really small surface. It's not like big enough like a winglet to actually, like, I guess, really do anything. But yeah, man, I just wanted to jump on the bike real quick, show you from a first person point of view. I think I've seen that girl before riding around here. Yeah, just show you guys, you know, from my point of view real quick of what it looks like, because there's so many people have questions about it, or they're skeptical. And it's like, I'm telling you, like, they're fine, man. You can literally see anything. Yes, your arms are gonna be in the way. That's just how it is, but you can still see, or you can just move them real quick and look. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Now, I don't know if there's much difference from having the stock mirrors, but like if you're down like kind of in a tuck and you can look over your mirror to see what's behind you real quick, you can't really do that with these, but you can adjust them down. So like if I was doing that, you can just adjust them a little more, so then you still can't really see because now your shoulder's in the way. So you have to kind of like lift your arm up and then you can see what's behind you that way. So, oh, these grass clippings, come on, man. Like right now, this car behind me, I can perfectly see this car right now. Even with, you know, I'm grabbing the handlebars, I can see everything that's going on. I think I beat this horse to death. Alright guys, so I'm gonna pull over here. I'm gonna give you a quick look off the bike of the mirrors real quick. Alright, put this bad boy in neutral here. But yeah, not an issue. Like I said, I love the way that these things look. They just make the front end of the bike look awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And for this bike, for the 2025 Panigale V2, I know these things are stupid expensive, but I don't know, honestly, why they're so expensive. I don't know if it has something to do with like tariffs and all that stuff, or if just because this requires more material to make and everything for this bike. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but if you want to get them, man, I recommend them. I think they're good. For my previous bikes and some of the other models of or brands of bikes, they're a lot cheaper. They're only supposed to be like, I think like between like $400 and $500, and these are $940. Insane. But other than that, like I said, I like them. And then I did some other stuff to the bike. We got some carbon heel guards. You guys already know about the rear sets that I did from DBK. And then we added the Rizoma turn signals in the front. And then just like all the like nice little stuff, TWM, lever guard, brake, lever, clutch lever, the DBK top triple clamp and clip-ons. We did the Öhlins steering damper. We got the Terminal exhaust. We got our Evotech fender eliminator, and I have some more things on here that I'm probably missing, but I've already done a video, kind of overviewing all the stuff that I have done to the bike. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, go ahead and check that out. We just did a fresh oil change to it. I replaced it with Motul instead of going with the Shell Advance, and the shifts on the bike are so much smoother. I did notice that when I did that on my Suzuki GSXR 1000 like some years ago. I went from whatever it was in it to the Motul, and it just felt a lot smoother. Also replaced the brake pads with the EBC. I think they're the EPFA version, so it's more of not a full track, like a full race pad, but better than the street pad. So it's like an in-between, so you can still do a number of track days but still use them on the street, so they just have more bite. That's what I was looking for. But other than that, guys, if you guys got any questions or comments about the Rizoma mirrors, leave them down in the comment section below. Let's talk about it a little bit. I want to know your thoughts and everything on this. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one.